Okay, so hello everyone, I'm Mild Kratz. Welcome to my channel. I'm coming back to an old classic that many will be happy to see that I've returned to. There's been an update with this game, as best I understand, and from reading some of the patch notes and everything, I think among the update was the ability to use the shower now. I'm excited about that because the sauna is like a really big and annoying part of this game. And then I think also you can smoke cigarettes now. But then also they've added stress, I think, is one of your needs in the game too. So I'm curious as to what other ways there would be to alleviate stress. There are probably some things in House Party you could do. You know what? Never mind. Let's just get into this thing. And trying to remember. That's the beginning of the game. It's just you being born. It's kind of gross. We're just gonna skip forward. How many years is it? 19 years, something like that. Something like that. Stress. Look at that. Don't worry about stress now. It's no joke either because they didn't leave me any extra money, you know? So like I have to buy cigarettes now and all I have is a measly $3,000. Hey, look at that. I can get clean by doing that now. I can probably even drink the water. Nope. Never mind. See, that's unrealistic because in most cases that shower thing, that wouldn't go back down by itself. That's okay. I forgive you, Top Gun fan number 1 or whatever. I forget what that. There's basically one dude developing this game, and he's like super active on the forums and everything. I can't remember what his name is. I also doubt he's going to watch this. He's not going to be one of the 4 people watching this, I don't think. Cool. So you've all seen me screw the car together if you've watched any of my streams, things like that. So I'm going to get to that probably eventually, but without a doubt the first thing you really need to do in this game is just kind of like stock up on things, apparently now including cigarettes. I don't know how expensive cigarettes are in Finland. What flag did I see in there? Sweden, Finland in 1995. I guess we'll find out. We'll see how expensive they are in comparison to things like pizza and sausages. Also, they must have changed some of the controls because I'm not able to like move in or whatever. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what lean is now. How do I lean? They've ruined this game. I can't do anything. Does it have full controller support now? Whoa. Oh, they saved some of my settings still. Which is cool. I thought I'd have to rebind some of my keybinds. How do I lean? Papa just want to lean. Alright, I guess I can I'll still make this work. It's just really hard to hit everything you need to hit without leaning one way or the other. And especially when trying to screw the car together, by the way. So, we'll see how all this goes. I'm also unsure how long I want to play, if I'm really going to like screw at least the engine together, throw some fenders on or something, or what. It's probably going to depend largely on if people show up and how the stream's going, but I at least want to check out and see. I've never been a smoker before. I feel like 30 is a weird time to start, but like my weight loss has hit kind of a plateau, and I hear good things about smoking for weight loss. I'm not advocating it at all, by the way. I'm just saying the sort of things that I've heard. I'm being journalistic. How do I lean? If I got buttons to lean, I should have buttons to clean. Did they just get rid of it? Player controls. reach E and Q. Lean right O and E. O plus E. Lean right is O plus E. Why would that be a thing? Is there a lean left? Return plus K? What? Okay. Weird. Alright, I immediately don't like the new update. I don't know how to do anything anymore. I feel like an idiot. Well, more of an idiot than I used to be at this game. Whatever. I used to be an old pro. People used to come over to Milo Kratz' channel and be like, Kratz, when are you gonna get back to playing my summer car? It's the only thing I like to watch on YouTube. I don't like Markiplier, PewDiePie, or any of those guys. I'm really just here to watch you swear at people in foreign languages in a virtual environment. And now, can I rebind any of this stuff? Okay, cool. Just make it K. Just make it that. Why would you make it all of these other things? Just make it that. Just make it that. Space plus S? What? No. S, W. I feel like this is a mistake. Like they're gonna have to come back. Left shift plus space. Like they're gonna have to come back and fix this. Run is left shift? No. No. Use item / equip F. Crouch C. Alright, whatever. So this is all... Actually, I don't remember what... Let's make it hit H for simplicity's sake, I guess. I remember the finger was M. Because I would keep... So every time in this game... No, let's put that away. So every time in this game when I would go to pull out the map, I would hit M, and then I would get one of those. And that's, by the way, not how you pull out the map. There is no map. The map's hanging on your wall. You basically just need to memorize it. This game is as convenient as the year 1995 itself. And if it was developed in that year, it'd be even more of a pain because there'd be nowhere to read about it. You'd have to like call the Nintendo helpline and be like, why would you call us? We didn't make this game. You'd say, I don't know. I'm an idiot. Can you help me? And they would say, no. Call Finland. Call the Prime Minister of Finland. This is his favorite game. He knows Top Gun fan number 61 personally. He can tell you all the tips and secrets. And then that call would get really expensive because it'd be like $9.99 a minute or something in like 1995 to call, you know, across the entire Earth. On a landline, by the way, because in 1995 you didn't have a cell phone. If you were cool, you had one in your car. So this island will save your life, by the way. There's no lights on it, which is unfortunate. You can definitely like sleep there, and like there's a place to pee. It's pretty clutch. It's a good time. It's like a nice halfway point too between where you park the van over there and when you go over here to like hit up the grocery store. So I've got someone else in the stream now. I'm just gonna go ahead and call you out. I don't know if like you're watching on a tablet, if you have access to the chat or not, but I'm hoping maybe you do. And you've got to let me know, are you a native Finnish person? So whenever I stream this game at whatever time in the morning it is right now, 3 in the morning here, I usually get people from all kinds of foreign countries who are like, yeah, I'm getting ready to go to work. Or like, I'm at work, which I get that. Like, I for sure watch stuff at work, actually. I'm unemployed right now. But at the time that I was employed, I for sure used to watch stuff like this. If you wanted to do me a huge favor, by the way, not suggesting that you should have to do this, especially if you like hate my guts or whatever. You could hit that subscribe button. I wanted to try out, I'm kind of messing with Streamlabs now and seeing if any of my alerts are set up the way that I'd like them to be. And so I can send test alerts and stuff, but I don't know that I actually did it right. I'm guessing I did, because I'm guessing like that's the point of the test alert. But I don't know. I'm still an amateur, as any of you can see, unless one of you came here to unsub for my channel, but then also stick around in the stream, which would be a weird thing to do. I only have 90 subs, so I'm very new on the scene. I'm like the version of JonTron that's clean but also not funny. But I also put out new content every day as opposed to like every 9 months. And a lot of you are saying, who's JonTron? And I'll agree. I don't feel like I know anymore either. Yeah, so we're just gonna have to push the boat out of here at some point. That's fine. Just turn that off. It's time to go to the store. Pray that this boat doesn't like just drift off into the sea somewhere. There's a bus in town. I don't know the first thing about it because I grew up white and privileged. I don't know anything about riding the bus, but I imagine it's something you can do in this game that's probably helpful. Actually, I'll retract that statement because there's very few things in this game that are legitimately helpful. Heyo, they got some like actual moving traffic now. I don't think that used to be a thing, unless that's the drunk guy. Could be. They give you this nice hitchhiking function, right? There's very seldom any actual traffic around here. Unless that was part of the update. It wasn't a part of the official patch notes. The only thing I know for sure is you can buy cigarettes now. You have stress. They limited the distance you can take this. Oh, look at that. Who's this guy? Oh, look at that. It's a nice interior. Does this replace the guy in the yellow car? I wouldn't think so, right? Let's just go ahead and punch his car. Oh, he punched my lights out, I think. That hurt. He just like made me eat a bunch of cotton balls because I'm really thirsty. Oh. Yeah, this is my house. So that's kind of a cool way of teleporting over here. Inconvenient for me though because my boat's now on the other side of the river. So looks like we're going to take a long van ride. Sure, firewood, great. I'm going to unplug this phone right now. I've noticed they didn't make the mosquito any louder or quieter in the update. That was a bold choice. Let's take the moped over to get the van. Gonna turn the old gas on, which is on this side. Nailed it. Perfect. I did turn it on, right? Apparently not. Maybe it's just one of the, I don't know, man. I've never had a moped like this. Alright, cool. Like I said, let's just walk over to the van. That's going to be the easiest way to do this, probably. At least I got my run button working now. Oh, I should, while I'm here, while I'm showing obvious signs of thirst before I die of thirst on the road. Let's go ahead and, I think you can probably still drink from the faucet, right? Maybe not. You can still drink from the shower, right? I'm getting really upset with this game if they took out... There we go. Okay, I was about to say, if they took out all the elements of, you know, white trashiness out of this game, I feel like that would be a real bastardization of their own product. It's like, that's more than half the charm, you know? Is like being able to run and pee at the same time. That's kind of a big deal. That's why most people play this game. It may seem like a weird niche thing, but it's not. It's a fetish. It's weird. You need some help. That's fine. I'm not here to judge. They don't pay me to judge. I actually don't get paid for this at all. It actually costs a lot of money. I bought a stream processor the other day, well, like a few days ago now, which is paying dividends, right? I mean, in terms of being able to stream better games and everything. It was like, I don't know, 120 bucks, I think, something like that. There's the lights. Sweet. That's the wrong direction. Alright, cool. Sorry, I haven't played this in a hot minute, so I didn't remember specifically how I had my keys mapped. It won't happen. I guarantee you it will not happen again. I'm kind of a consummate professional. Oh yeah, and to prove that, I'm going to turn the handbrake off now. That was just to see if I could trigger anyone out there. Alright, cool. I feel like by the time I get to the store now... Yeah, I meant to do that. Just so you know. Also, here's a pro tip for this game. See this windshield up here? You don't need it. Just punch that out. Just get that out of your way. Because eventually, you're going to try and like go up a gear. And the button for punching is so close to the button for shifting gears, you're just going to punch out the windshield anyway. So you might as well beat them to the punch. And go ahead and punch out that windshield. This is the best part of the game, is when we drive in silence, because I'm eventually going to stop coming up with things to say. And so it's going to get real awkward and real quiet. And I don't know who else is going to start watching this game at 3 o'clock in the morning. And the two of you that are out there don't really seem to want to say anything, so then I have to fill the time. Which is fine. It's a great exercise in improvisational speaking for me. Keeps me on my toes. It's going to just require extra caffeine, which I'm willing to ingest. I'm 30 years old now, and I've not had a heart attack yet, which means by an American standard, I'm actually pretty healthy. So I can probably afford to increase my number of energy drinks from 4 to 6 every day. It's expensive, though. I'll tell you that much. I can't tell what of this game is new with the update and what of it I don't remember. But it honestly seems to me like this road here is a little less bumpy. But I really doubt they didn't retexture map it, though. It seems like a lot of work to be added for not a lot of payout. Because half of the charm of this game is how frustratingly stupid it is, right? Why else would you make it so that you have to go buy the fan belt at the grocery store? That doesn't make any sense. Why would they only give you this and a moped to like run around with? They obviously want you... You know what? That's not fair. I feel like they want you to experience what it's like to be a Finnish youth in 1995. And by all accounts, they've nailed that. You know, they've really hit the mark. Because I can't dispute this wasn't what it was like. So I'm going to assume they are spot on. I hope this is what you guys signed up for, by the way. Because none of you didn't tell me not to punch that guy's car. Which means, by all account, you guys are mostly responsible for what's happening here. Oh no. Okay. Alright. You know, I could have taken my finger off the gas there. Because if this van flips on its side at this point, that's bad news. God help us all, honestly. Okay, let me see. Alright, yeah, sure. I like to do some donuts when I get to this part. This is all actually very planned, so don't even worry about it. Cool. And then I'm also gonna like just kill the van here for a second, put the parking brake on, to attend to some personal IRL matters real quick. So give me just one mo. You're gonna hear a lot of grunting, but I'm gonna turn off the camera so you guys aren't gonna have any idea what's going on. Maybe enjoy some screensavers for a second. Anyway, you know what? No, I'm gonna let you guys stare at the loving, beautiful Finnish countryside as hopefully the sun will crest over the hills here in the next minute or so. But I'll probably be back well in advance of any of that. Give me 1 sec. Okay. Did you guys miss me? And don't feel compelled to be honest because you'll probably just be hurtful and it's too early for that. Alright, back in the van. Did I miss anything cool? Was it like a Sasquatch? Sasquatch? Sam Squanch? That's another game I have that I haven't really put any time into. And I wouldn't really bother until I had someone to play. Oh yeah, forget that. Put that parking brake on, everybody. Oh man. Mild Kratz, you are the living end. Take two. Let's find that handbrake in the dark if we can. Alright, cool. Let's shift back into first gear. You know what? I feel like I'm doing pretty well, making good time in neutral since I'm on this hill here. But I'm actually going to push it up into the next gear and see if we can maybe like get to the store by the end of this month. It's a long way, by the way, to the store in the van. I much prefer taking the boat. I may even, well, no, how's that going to work? I was going to say I may even take the boat back, but in all honesty, that wouldn't make much sense. It'd almost make no sense, because the whole point is to get things off the boat into the van. It's really just unfortunate that my boat is on the other side of the world now, because that's just realistically the best way to get stuff back and forth. But if I get the fan belt, then I'll be doing okay. I should keep a closer eye on the stream, if I'm honest, because otherwise, you know, the Finnish hillside, it's very treacherous. It's hillier than you think. There's no that's no joke. So let's keep both eyes on the road. That's just a mild Kratz pro tip for you guys. Mild Crits is another, like, it'd be a different YouTube streamer who does like Dungeons and Dragons stuff. I don't remember going over a railroad track at any point, if I'm going the correct way. So I hope I'm going the correct way, but reasonably speaking, I'm probably not. Hey! Aaron's out there. He's been lurking the whole time. The whole time, Aaron. You just gonna let me talk to myself all night? That's okay. I forgive you. You've had a long day of probably watching different streams. Were you watching River earlier? And she's doing like StarCraft, and then it looks like she transitioned into what, Gary's mod? It looked like Prop Hunt. for those of you not in the know, and I know that some of you, my summer car weirdos, are going to end up watching this tomorrow, and God love you, you know. You guys are my base. This is where I gathered the bulk of my subscribers before I met River and Yibby. But River PB is who I'm referring to, and she's a different streamer. She streams stuff. Not over on River's channel tonight, huh? Well, then I will take that as a compliment. When really, though, it probably just means like you were taking a nap or something and then you just woke up or whatever. I won't pretend to know your life. Participation, but for you guys, it's helpful. Because otherwise, oh gosh, you just have to listen to me ramble. Oh, that's good. It looks like the chat is working, though. This is half the reason I wanted to do this stream tonight, too. Is that the... I think that was the dude back there in, like, the... like, Mustang-type muscle car. I want to do this stream to see if my different things for my Streamlabs were working. You can send, like, tests and things like that and alerts or whatever. Stream offline for you. Oh. Stream is continuing. Okay. It's apparently coming back. I don't know what happened, but weird. Okay. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, and I'm with you. StarCraft for me, especially at this point, unless I was a huge StarCraft fan, like I don't think a remastered edition of the first game, which is what it looked like, is probably going to draw me in. I would probably have to look at, what are they up to now? StarCraft 3, maybe? And even then, real-time strategy, in space, it's not necessarily like my strongest genre. Not my favorite anyway. There are different subscribers out there, though. Chris, I think his last name is DeHart, but as I'm not 100% sure on that, I'm going to say my subscriber, Chris Benoit. He's going to be really excited. I streamed this game tomorrow. It's going to be like a big old Christmas package for him or whatever. Christmas present. Who else? Luigi fan. I think he enjoys watching this stuff. He's actually from Finland, if I'm not mistaken. It's back. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's weird. I've not had any stream issues for the last few days, so I'm not sure what that would be about. Unless... here's what it might have been. It's like Steam sometimes schedules updates for games like late at night, kind of like how it's now 3:30 in the morning. So that's kind of like a roller coaster there for a second. So maybe there was some kind of like update that just happened, and it probably just like used all of my bandwidth for a second. It's probably like Car Mechanic Simulator or something. I kind of want to go back and play that game now because I think people might watch it because it had like a garbage release and now everyone's unsure as to whether or not they should buy it. And so I could at least put some gameplay out there into the world and, you know, maybe influence sales a little. Because I like that game. I think it's really cool, and it's similar to this, but this is like super hard mode version of that. It's like everything's somewhat semi-realistic. You be way more than River. Yeah, I gotcha. Well, you're saying that you like watching city streamers, right? Like City Skylines. So, and like, so I definitely see Yibby playing that a lot more than River. And River's getting into some different experimental type games. Like, I own everything on Steam, by the way. Like, I have 414 games, something like that. And if a game looks reasonably okay, I'll probably buy it. Or even if it looks really stupid. Like a lot of the games that I own, I'm like, this might be fun to play on stream or make a video about. So I'm going to buy it even though it looks dumb. So that's how you end up having more than 400 games on Steam. But yeah, I don't know. Like, Yibby seems to be like the more consistent, I'm going to play these games 1,000 hours and just build a following that way. And then like River, she's more... I don't know, it seems like she's more experimental sometimes and like more willing to try different stuff or whatever. Like of the two, I think she'd be the one that's going to bounce back and forth between games more often. But I don't know. I don't have a problem with either one of them. Like, they're both pretty good sources of entertainment for me. But I didn't see Yibby stream tonight at all. I was kind of waiting for it to happen. He actually made an appearance at some point in River's stream, I think, as Batman, which is fun and funny. I was kind of thinking, like, oh, okay, maybe he's going to put the Batman mask on and go do, like, some kind of stream. And he didn't. So it's fine. He's not obligated to, obviously. Did we finally make it to town? I think we did. I think that's like the church steeple up there and everything. Actually, now I'm not sure. I probably am going to have to take the boat back because I'm going to have to get back to the place in the middle of the river so I can even sleep and whatever. So this game, it forces you to make unfair decisions. Like, now that I'm here and I've got my van here, like, I'm basically just going to have to leave it. Whatever. I guess I don't really need the van. The car is the best part of the game, but then also the idea is that you have to put the car together. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna go check out the bar because I don't think I've ever been here when the bar was awake. Long day at work, I had to wake up early. Yeah, I gotcha. That doesn't surprise me, I guess. I don't know what he does, but I think, like, in consistent days of him doing the stream, I'm sure get in the way of, like, him feeling like he has any energy at all. Like, I don't know, I recently, you know, left my job and, like, I'm kind of in between things right now. I think what I'm probably going to do... What's up, man? Oh, I'm ordering drinks, I think. Cool. Huh. So, but yeah, I could definitely see where he would have a harder time streaming every day. Maybe not harder. Maybe that's the wrong way of looking at it, but... Can I just rob him? Can I just rob his store? Oh, nice. There's the cigarettes. I'm just gonna go sneak around his house, though, or his place. This game is super weird, by the way. I don't know if you've picked that up or not yet. Alright. Let's play this thing. Oh, are we closing? Is it closing time already? Pretty convenient how I put a bunch of money in here and then now it's closing time. Especially when, did I win? I also don't speak Finnish. Yeah, he works in retail, probably. I mean, I don't know. I don't know the guy. Yeah, I've been trying to, like, maybe make more direct contact with Yibby. It's just, I think he's busy, man. Like, I am too, I get it. Cool. Did I win money? I think I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. No, I just want to cash out. How do I... Let me cash out. Whatever. I lost some money. It's not the end of the world. Oh, yeah. I should probably change that, honestly. I was streaming Insurgency a little while ago. And... Whoops. My summer car. Let's see if that even comes up. The answer is probably not. That explains it, man. Like, honestly, I think I have between 2 or 3 people in here watching, which is surprising because this game is among the more popular I've ever streamed, I think. Like, if you look at my channel, this game, my streams of this game have like 160 some views or something. Everything else on my channel's like maybe 80. Like, and that's recent too. Like, I'm just now getting back to the point where people are really paying attention at all. And I'm not like super discouraged by that or anything. I think it's just like it's a longevity game. Like, you just have to keep doing it. But I don't know. Normally, even at this time of night, people will hop into the stream and be like, "Hey, go pick a fight with the alcoholic guy or whatever. Like, go here and try and find the briefcase full of money." Because the people who play this game, like, only watch streams of it, or they just absolutely love it. Or maybe that window's closed now. That could be the other part of it too. I'm not sure how new this game is. I think literally at some point of the day, he literally just walks across from here. Because I don't like spending money on things anyway. Oh, it's on like a timer. Well, now we know. This probably seems to be City Skylines. Yeah, PUBG's fun. I did stream Rust once. So actually I got Rust. This is the other way that I get games, that people want me to play them with them, like my friends. They actually bought me a copy of Rust, and I haven't even fired it up yet. The only thing I know about it for sure is that you start the game very naked, and you full-on have just a penis between your legs. Oh man, I spent too much time looking at my imaginary penis, and then the door closed. Let's try this one more time. I really just need for this to be open. Okay, out of my way. Trying to rob you blind. Yes! Alright, I'm in here. So, wait, what? Oh, the other one, I think this other switch in here, by the way, like turns the fuel pumps on. So, like, if I wanted to, I could steal gas now. I guess I can't steal anything. Just break all of his windows. I'm just gonna like kind of rough this place up a little bit. Oh, can't break that. You guys really thirsty. Thank you for business cooperation. I don't feel like I'm being very cooperative, if I'm honest. Alright, whatever. Let's just punch this guy. Also, most of the characters in this game will look at you. Maybe they fixed that. I didn't think it was a thing that was broken. I thought it was a thing about this game that was just funny. So like if people are giving you direct eye contact, it used to be that their heads would articulate all the way around their body, kind of like an owl. And I guess that's not a thing anymore. Alright, if I owe you money, let me just pay you, because I want you to go over to the other side of your store, right? And open up so that I can not starve to death of thirst. Whatever that would mean. So I'm sure that's a different word, I just can't think of it. Dehydrate to death. Apparently that window's not breakable. Whatever. I'm so over this. Alright, I guess I'm just gonna die. Oh, actually, so I don't know if there was something. Yeah, I was. I wish I could rob. Oh, I just died, I think, from being thirsty. Young man dead from dehydration. Yeah. There's a lot of things in this game that are just like creepy or weird. So that's, yeah, it's kind of just par for the course. This game is not very nice to new players, by the way. Like, so wait, where's it gonna make me continue if I continue here? I don't know. So this game's not. Oh, it just like autosaved for me at some point. So this game's not very friendly to like. Oh, it's probably from the point. Well, that's not the point where I want to be autosaved from anyway. Or no, I'm in the town. No, I'm not. This is my house, I think. So when you start out a new game, you're like, okay, cool, I've got sausage, some beer, whatever, I'm set. But you're not really. You've got like one food item, and you pretty much immediately need to go to the grocery store. Have you ever watched any of my streams of this stuff? And it's fine if you haven't, by the way. Oh, okay. So Porkins played this at some point. Like, yeah, so what did Porkins like put the car together or anything? Or did you watch any of that part? Did they add new parts? Yeah, this game's weird. Just in general. I'm gonna start a new game. And, you know, I promised red car, so I'm gonna go back to red car. fun fact, if you have been around here this whole time... Oh. Whoops, I did that backwards anyway. Kratz. Bit redundant. Mild Kratz. There we go. First name, last name. I didn't watch much. Yeah, I don't know the first thing about Porkins, other than he does stuff with the River and Yibby. I probably should check out his stream at some point. I think he's like reasonably popular. I think he's like he has as many or more than Yibby, I think, in subscribers. So that's the beginning of the game. I don't know if you were here at the very beginning when I was explaining. That's actually your mother's birth canal, and you're being born. It's kind of a weird place to like start this game out. All right, for your sake, just so you can see what this game is really kind of about, because in my opinion, I think it is kind of cool. I mean, you just, well, that's the last part I want to put on there, really. You just put this car together, and you have the story behind this game in general. Your parents are on vacation. There's a note on the fridge. I guess I could just take a look at it real quick. While I'm explaining things that I could just take a look at. Don't be lazy. Fix your dad's old car. Uncle's blue van can be loaned. Don't drink alcohol. We will come back when we get bored. Yours, Mom and Dad. So your parents are on holiday, and you're supposed to fix your dad's car. You know, don't be lazy. Which seems like kind of a lot to ask, but whatever. And so yeah, like this is most of the game. It's pretty similar to Car Mechanic Simulator, honestly, at least in terms of it's a painful version of Car Mechanic Simulator. Like everything needs to be screwed on manually using different size spanners and like wrenches and whatever. So this is all the excitement that this game is, but for whatever reason, it's actually a really popular streaming game. And I can't tell if it's because it's also like a torturous gauntlet of a difficult game to play. I like it, but I could definitely see where people would argue like it's not actually fun. But I like stupid games. This is definitely a stupid game. I like simulation games. This is definitely a simulation game. So like, I don't know, it's got a sense. I don't want to say it's stupid because there's one guy developing this. There's a chance he could watch this stream. I like your game, but it's very silly, and that's where you probably lose a lot of people. And it's very like punishing and kind of trollish, and I think that's part of what you're going for and part of the charm. But after a certain length of playing this game, like for me, I don't want to just keep playing this one trolly game for anyone's benefit. Like if I'm not having a good time, I don't really want to stream it. But yeah, so you just kind of throw these parts around and screw them into place. Putting some of the exterior panels on, which, like, I don't know, pros of this game would probably tell you not to do that at this point. I also don't know where the screws are for this one or what size they are. See, by comparison, Car Mechanic Simulator is very friendly in, like, when compared to this game, because you don't have to bother finding the specifically correct spanner. You don't need to, like, I mean, I'll grant you that's more realistic that you have to in this game, but it's also, it's a thing that wears a little thin after a length of time. And every part you put in, for the most part, I'll show you like the one part that doesn't. It's maybe like two or three. Here's among the only parts that don't need to be screwed in, are like the tail lights. Everything else has like bolts that need to be screwed in somewhere, and it's a complete pain. Oh, also, so in Car Mechanic Simulator, you really can't put the car together wrong, I don't think. And in this game, you absolutely can. So, like, say, for example, you've got your clutch plate pressure plate, whatever, cover plate, and disc, all three of these parts need to go together. But the two of these parts fit together without the clutch plate in it. So if you don't assemble that correctly, as I think I've done there, then like your car is not going to work. But it's not going to tell you that your car is not going to work. You're just going to have to put it in there and see that it doesn't run, and then take your entire car apart to try and diagnose why didn't this work. And so I haven't really had to do that, because by the time I got to the point I would have to do that, I was like, I'm not going to play this game anymore. I actually got the car running at some point when I was streaming this game earlier. I think I put it together, a blue car, and I got it running. It looked terrible because so the car as is looks okay, but it actually takes like structural damage because you have to like put the wheels on eventually, push it in here and things, and the game just being what it is isn't helpful. So I damaged and dinged my car all to hell, and it looked terrible by the time I was done with it, but it did run, and it actually, like, you know, I drove it. I think I was having issues with some of the the flywheel. No, I think that goes in the back. It's between the clutch and like the gearbox. But yeah, my car was leaking fluids, but it did work technically. So that's more than you've ever really probably wanted to know about this game. Oh, it allows you to headbang also. I guess that's part. I don't understand what happened to the keybinds. Like, this game's trolly, but it's like trolly within reason. So I don't think that was an intended thing. I think it just kind of happened that like all the keybinds got messed up. Come on. Come on, there we go. Everything in this game is designed and built to like waste your time, make you think you're doing the wrong. Be looking at the dash, and the dash will tell me whether it's on or off, but I just didn't. So whatever. Hello, new person in the stream. Welcome to Life is a Nightmare, the Finnish simulator of trollish proportions. I died of dehydration because I got to the grocery store and punched the guy I wasn't supposed to punch. Oh, you're already gone. Yeah, sorry. I forget that people on YouTube, like, join streams for literally 3 seconds and are like, well, this isn't for me. Such is life in the dystopian wasteland of YouTube. Alright, cool. The one thing I'm surprised this game doesn't make you do, and I don't really want to, like, fill the developer of this game's head with any ideas, but like, you should have to manage all of your keys for all these different kind of like motorized vehicles, and you really don't have to. But man, would it be frustrating if like you lost the keys to your uncle's blue van, and like so suddenly you just have to haul everything back and forth on like the moped and the boat. Just saying, maybe that would be an idea long term. I don't know. But by the time that would be happening, I probably wouldn't be playing this game anymore anyway. KCAB? Oh, you're back, but you spelled it backwards. I get it. Cool. I was just kind of rambling on about this game anyway. So, if you end up watching any part of it later, I've basically explained the appeal of this game, if there is one. I think people who play this game are big simulation fans. Probably. But who knows? It's punishing. Like, this game is not fair or fun. Hold on. It's fun, but it's definitely not fair. And you only really know what you're doing after, like, trial and error and dying every way you can, conceivably, in the game. Also, it's a weird game to stream because the people who like to watch it really like to watch it. But then anyone else who joins in the middle of a stream, they're going to see me driving, or piloting, I guess. Piloting, I think, is what you technically do with the boat. they're going to see me piloting across this lake, right? At a blistering 4.5 miles per hour. Be like, what is this game? Why would anyone watch this game? Why would anyone play this game? But like, I don't know. It's just this is not this is not the bulk of the game. This isn't like Cabela's Big Bass Fishing or whatever. So I promise things get a little more entertaining. They get as entertaining as I can make them, I guess. Like, hey, check this out. If you're out there and you're like 12 years old, and you want to see me give the middle finger to nobody, there's that button. Or like I can just swear, or I can hit stuff, or like do that and hitchhike. It's also just like people give this the thumbs up. It's like, hey, thumbs up, right? Because it is for, like, in the game you can actually hitchhike. I think basically doing this causes a higher probability than normal that the drunk driver will pick you up, and that's one of the ways to die in this game too. Is like you can hitchhike. Why do people watch Minecraft Survival? Man, you got me. Okay, so I have a copy of Minecraft. I've played Minecraft maybe 2 hours, right? And so, to me, I definitely don't understand the appeal of it, but I think I'm also outside the intended demographic. Like, obviously that game is meant for kids probably, I'll say half my age and younger, so like 15 and below. But that being said, I definitely know that a lot of my friends have played it. I have one friend who's actually like a moderator for one of the Reddit server. So he plays the game a lot. I think he plays it a lot more than he's willing to admit. Because he's also one of the people that I commonly am doing what should be productive ventures in this game with. Did you guy break his... Yeah, see, that's weird, right? Like, so I've definitely noticed that too, and I think it's supposed to be part of like the, I'll call it, charm of this game. It's like when you're giving the finger, your hand looks somewhat normal. Like your guy's proportions are about right. When you do the hitchhiking thing, your guy's hand is so like crippled looking and decrepit, and like you look like you're a 900-year-old man with like a penis for a finger. And that's like, I don't know, it's just what happens. And then like you go back to, say, hitting, and it's, admittedly I think your other hand, but it looks normal-ish. Am I gonna die of dehydration again on this boat ride? So I normally bring a case of beer with me on the boat ride. I didn't think I would have to, but like you basically, I buy a case of like survival beers, because beer will give you a little bit of your hunger and a little bit of your... Okay, cool. Get off the boat. Maybe I can drink the lake water now. I don't know. Probably not. This will make me less dirty, I guess. I guess you can kind of like bathe in the waters of the... Yeah, it's not even like... That's the thing, it's a pond. Like, it shouldn't even be salty, so I should be able to drink it. But I'm probably going to die of dehydration again on the way to the store, which is frustrating. That's okay. I'm in it for the long haul. At least I got to show you how this game is intended to work. How you're supposed to like put the doors on and screw everything on and whatever. I tried my best to show you like some of the good things in this game, and that it's not all evil. Did you see that? That was like some Olympic hurdling stuff right there, man. Hey, what's up, Turkey Man? You've come to the right place. If you're into like weird Finnish stuff about a guy dying of dehydration in a convenience store, if that's your fetish, you're in the right place. Alright, so I'm going to buy some survival beers real quick and get real drunk in this store right now, because I don't think I have time to do anything else. And I don't really want to die. Just going to go ahead and throw this beers like in this dude's face. I'm guessing by that grin that is your fetish. I don't know. And everyone's got a kink, everyone's got something, so I'm glad you found my channel. It doesn't necessarily offend me to think that maybe you got your wiener in your hand, but like, It's probably a thing for some people. Xbox Fun Time. Okay, sure. Hey, weird is fine. And here's the thing. I'll let you in on a secret. Everyone's weird. So if you can make peace with your God now and realize, like, oh, it's okay that I'm weird, you have a leg up in life. A lot of people take, 30, 40, 50 years to understand that they're weird and then what they're weird about. I watched a documentary for the second time today called Tickled. The whole thing is about a guy who basically finances a bunch of like weird tickle fetish movies to be made. And the guy's like a millionaire, right? So he like doesn't need to like make money off these films, but he just literally targets young men, pays them thousands of dollars for these like tickle videos, and then ruins their life by like putting them out on the internet. So that person out there exists. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Thanks for the sub. I was hoping to see did a sub alert pop up? I was trying to figure some of this Streamlabs stuff out. Apparently I'm too dumb for that. Unless it did and I just didn't notice it. Hopefully it did. Did it play like a fun jazzy little tune for a few minutes? By a few minutes, I mean a few seconds. What was I? Oh yeah, I need to buy the fan belt. That's basically the entire reason of coming out here. And then buy pretty much every grocery this dude has in his store. I'm just gonna clean him out. No one else in this town in Finland's eating today. Maybe I should feel bad about that, but I just don't. And I'm not too apologetic about it. I'm not sure in what context you're saying squirt to now, Aaron, because there's been a lot of weird things said. So maybe that's the brand of soda that you thought you saw on the shelf. That's what I'm going to hope for. But whatever, man. I don't judge. It doesn't pay to judge. Like, literally no one will pay you for it. Unless you are a judge, in which case that's what you get paid for. But I'm not, Like, do you see a fancy gown? Do you see me sitting at a table of 3 people on American Idol, if that thing is still a thing? It's not a thing, is it? No, I don't think American Idol is as a show anymore. It's probably been replaced by The Voice. I mean, no, well, okay, so it's like I was almost going to say a popular variety of soda, and that's not true. I don't think people probably know that Squirt was a brand of soda, and it might not be anymore, mostly because of what you're talking about. And I'm familiar with a lot of... All right, you go for it, Turkey Man. Just open it up in a new window. I don't want to lose you out of my stream, I can't afford to lose viewers. I'm not popular yet. I may never be popular. But I hope to be at least fake internet popular one day. That's my goal. That's why we do this. Oh, I don't care. You're allowed to say whatever you want, man. Like, here, I guess my thing is this, right? So I will accommodate E10 plus to PG-13 related content from myself on this channel. But you're your own person. You can say whatever you'd like, and I can either comment on it or not. But I'm also not going to pretend that I'm so innocent I don't know what you're talking about already. But if you want to corrupt these young children that are in this chat, I mean, they're gonna corrupt themselves anyway. Like, the only people who watch streams of this game are internet trolls. So you might as well just like let them know. Save them a Google search, Might be a decent amount of typing on your end though, so it's just up to you. See, now there's 2 of these idiots hanging out outside the place, and they look at you almost all the time. Yeah, well, I'm guessing. Squirt is good. Also, Josie, surprised to see you up. And this is not BioShock Infinite, so I apologize, but it's similar. It's definitely, it goes along similar trend lines as BioShock Infinite. The story is nearly as deep. I'll say that for sure. The graphics, a little subpar, I'll be honest. Could do a little more in the graphics, but it's being developed by one person, so give them a little bit of a break. Also, I was trying to remember, are you not Eastern Standard Time, or do you just happen to be up at like, oh, what time is it? 4 o'clock in the morning. I like Squirt too. I haven't seen it in a while though. I guess I'll say that also. I think I got You know, I'm going to leave those cases of beer out there. I trust the people of Finland not to mess with my beer. Cool. Let's push this back out into the water, as you do. Let's put our hands away so we can stop pushing the boat. Climb onto the boat in the most natural fashion I can think of. I was definitely Jesus mode there for a second, if I'm honest. Alright, I'm in first gear. Oh, you know, that was the other thing I forgot. I should have bought two-stroke oil, or two-stroke while I was up there. Watching for less than like 5 minutes was nice to communicate with streamers. Well, yeah, man. Nice. You do have an interesting way of saying hi. I'll give you that one. That's probably the most unique greeting I've gotten so far since I've become a streamer. Most people just say, like, I love this game, or, hey, how are you doing? But you are nothing if not honest, right? The Mild Kratz channel is a place for honesty. I'm here because you're nice. I am nice, aren't I? I'm a nice guy. You're in Central Time, so you're an hour behind me. So it's 3 a.m. And I appreciate you being up for my stream. I just hope you're not, like, making an irresponsible decision. Like, say you have to be at school tomorrow or whatever. But I'm not your parent either, so I'll take the company. All right. This is another thing. In Finland in 1995, basically no clocks anywhere, so you kind of have to base what time it is on where the sun is. So I think I'm going to cross my fingers here and say I think that I can probably bypass this little island over here and make it all the way back home with my beers and my fan belt and my groceries and get to work on my car. It is my hope and my belief that I could put this car together in one stream and it would take me no less than 30 hours. Yeah, see, it's weird. You have different hands when you're doing different things, I swear. Like, the only one that really looks super broken that needs to be updated is this one. And it looks like he has lumps or something. And then it also looks like his thumb is just 4 times longer than any of the rest of his fingers. And his fingers are also super spindly and, like, broken. Look at the way they're bent around. It's just, it doesn't look right. And I would know. I'm basically a hand model. I actually get compliments from women all the time saying I have very lovely hands. Which I'll assume is just their workaround for not saying that, like... He does. He has 4... He's actually, Do you watch a lot of Spider-Man? Like, did you watch Spider-Man the animated series, like, back in the 90s or whatever? You'll be fine, yeah. Well, you're 16, right? So, like, you can basically run on caffeine and angst, right? So, like, I remember being that young. But now that I'm almost twice that age, which actually, I shouldn't have said anything, because I like to make people guess how old I am. I'm guessing half the people in here probably already know, but the other half don't. How old would you guess that I am? We'll play that game. And you're in on this one too, Turkey Man. If you can get both hands on the keyboard long enough to guess how old I am, you can play this game too. See that blue dot out there? Maybe you can, maybe you can't. I don't remember what the resolution is on my stream. But that blue dot is actually my van. And it's getting bigger. It's exciting. I give that a thumbs up. I didn't even have to really stop and drink any survival beers or anything. Oh, I forgot to buy cigarettes. That's kind of the whole point of this thing. Part of the update, they added stress, and they also added cigarettes. So I was going to try and buy some cigarettes, even though I don't really advocate smoking. Seemed funny without trying. So I get to the point now, I'm a little loopy. I don't know, I woke up today, and I probably only had about 6 or 6.5 hours of sleep. And then I had probably too much caffeine, but now I'm definitely at the point where I'm like loopy, and when I'm in like this mode, I can kind of just ramble forever, which is great. Except now that I'm a little bit concerned that since I've said that I was at least 24. Okay, but I'll say that. Being honest, 30s. You're right, but I'm the very youngest of 30s. So yeah, I am 30, and I turned 30. Why can't I do math? About 4.5 months ago. So I'm just newly into my 30s, which is good. I don't feel completely dead yet. I am definitely past the point of being able to do YouTube as a job, but I also have a unique opportunity to chase my dreams still, because my life took a weird direction last year. And I'll have to save that for my Draw My Life 500 subscribers special or something. I don't know. But I'll give you guys spoilers. It's super depressing. You'll love it. It's all the drama of like Markiplier's dad dying of cancer in his arms, but and then there's like I guess there are other parts of it that are probably funny. Not that that part was funny. I'm saying like that was the sad part in his, and there's gonna be a sad part to mine too, but also probably funny parts. If for no other reason than I'll be the one writing it, and I tend to value comedy. And if I'm going to take a long time doing something, I'll probably make sure it's actually funny. All right, cool. Got my groceries and whatever else I bought in there. My case of beer. Feeling pretty good right now. Not feeling too buzzed. Also, don't have really that far to drive, so that's good. It's hard not to look like you're drunk in this game. I think you can actually get pulled over for drunk driving too, because there are for sure police officers in this game. You can get pulled over for speeding. Have you guys ever like been watching a streamer and like, man, I wish he was playing a game that was endlessly frustrating, like in that he would have to, get in this van after he was already riding in a boat for 5 minutes, and then like the van wouldn't start up right away and just be stalling and whatever. All right, we got comments. Let's take a look at that. Operating in the same wavelength, Turkey. Whoop whoop. Nice. Why did I decide it was a good time to do high school and college at the same time? Why, brain? Oh, so you're like super smart. I figured. I mean, you tune into my channel, and you also have very deep, insightful thoughts and know a lot about the lore of BioShock Infinite, which is not like one of those. It's not exactly Super Mario Brothers 3 in terms of the plot. Like, it's kind of crazy and out there. That game also takes me to a weird emotional place, by the way. I don't feel like you went back and... Were you there at the end? I forget. Or did you get to go back and watch it? I'm not going to say I got weepy, but I got a little quiet during certain parts, that's for sure. I had to fight back some of those, what are they called? Feelings? Yeah. Starting to catch some of those real quick. But you know what? If you can manage going to high school and college at the same time now, it will help you. I didn't manage to finish college, but I mean, had I done that, I probably wouldn't have to be up at 4:30 playing video games for my peers. But I love doing this, honestly. Like, that's... Why would I do this if not for my passion to do it? Although, honestly, never planned on streaming. If I'm being 100% honest, 100 fire emoji honest, like, my plan was just to make videos. And I do that too, but not to nearly the extent... Okay, just hang up on him. I get it. Deliver firewood. Great. That I just play streams. I'll tell you what, though, I do value, like, improv comedy and stuff like that, and just being able to think on your feet, and being a streamer is awesome for that. Because you have no choice. And, like, not only do you have to think on your feet, you also have to, like, play a video game, and to a level of talent that people won't just say you're an idiot. Am I an atheist? No, I'm actually not, but I can understand why some people might think that. Just because of, I don't know, like, my demeanor, my belief system. And then also I made a video about Christian Mingle, and I kind of made it kind of came off sounding anti-Christian. But I would say if I have to say that I'm one thing or another, I would say I'm probably Christian still. I was definitely raised that way by some very traditional parents. And I don't know, like, I definitely believe in God, but I'm less concerned with the idea that you know, Jesus specifically might be the only way getting there. Because I think about God sometimes, right? And let's get philosophic. You know what? While I'm putting away my macaroni and pasta into the shelf, it's probably the time to do it. And while I'm about to crack open a beer and eat some sausage. So I think about the idea of hell a lot, right? Hopefully my current plans will have a master's degree in occupational therapy is the way to go. I got a friend who's an occupational therapist. I get distracted a lot, but I do get back to my points. I just want to also make sure I'm paying attention to the comments. Tip, get a rest. I'm not sure if you mean take a rest, like have a nap, or get arrested. I know you can do both. I don't want to... I thought that was the bathroom, and it's definitely not. I want to have a piss, but I don't... I'm just gonna do it on like this. I'm trying to play this game like it's a simulation game, right? So like if I'm out here working on a car, being the guy that I am, especially being in Finland in 1995, I'm probably gonna pee on this tree out here if I'm honest. It's not fair of me to have to say that, but if I'm being a true person, that's probably what's up. Okay, so I was making a point, right? I think about hell sometimes, right? And the idea of like Christians think that you have to do these certain things to get into heaven or not. But then they also hold God to the standard, right? That they're saying he's like the most peaceful and loving and great person, but he's also like a scornful, like mean dad. So like, but I think about hell and the idea of hell that like, okay, so I have a dog, and she's like 25 pounds. Her name's Shelby, and if you drink 20 beers, you die. If you drink 20 beers, I don't remember if you die or not, but definitely something bad happens to you. I forget. I think if you drink beer somewhere else, you kind of end up at your house, which is kind of like a joke. Anyway. So like, okay, my dog Shelby, she's 25 pounds, and I love her to death, right? And so God apparently loves me more than I could ever love my dog, supposedly. If that's true, then the idea of hell bothers me because it's basically the equivalent of like if because my dog made me mad and then didn't repent for it, I would put her in the oven and bake her at the hottest setting for the rest of time. It's like, how long could I honestly see my dog inside the oven burning alive before I'd be like, wait a minute, I'm insane. What is this? Not only am I not better than anyone else, I'm a monster, and I'd have to pull my dog out of there immediately. But like, it's weird. Like, how would a loving God do that to anyone? And like, I don't know, Christians will say God doesn't do it, the person does it, Satan does it, yada yada. But like, if God is also omnipotent, he could definitely stop it from happening, right? Just something to think about. I don't know. There's a great book out there, right? This guy's name is Rob Bell, and he's a Christian, but he's kind of like a dangerous Christian. And he like thinks about things like this. He wrote a book called Love Wins, and he basically says that hell's kind of not a thing, even like looking in the Bible and kind of interpreting it the way maybe it was supposed to be interpreted. Hell might not be what we think it is. Heaven might not be what we think it is either. But I don't think hell is like a lake of fire that you go to at the end of your life. Honestly, I think the whole thing is allegorical to the way in which you live your life, right? So like... yeah, I mean, you have to be right? Like, God must have created Satan if he created everything. So, like, why would you make Satan as God, right? I mean, just think about that for a second. That was really deep. I could tell that was too deep. Like, I can watch people fall off the stream right now. That's okay. They're like, I didn't come in here for like high-level theology or whatever. I just came in here to watch, you know, you drink too much beer and then fall asleep on the couch. The game, because that's what this game is. Yeah, I don't know. The idea of God intrigues me, but it also frustrates me sometimes. I think there's a higher power. I think that whether or not there is, though, I should probably just be a good person. Like, I think it's kind of crap. Like, if you're only being a good person because of your religion, then you're actually worse than a person who's being good just to be good. And, I mean, like, think about that, right? Because, like, compared to people, one of them is being good because they think at the end of their life they're going to like inherit this solid gold mansion and all these really cool sports cars. So like that's why you help an old woman across the street. But the other person just helps the old woman across the street because it's the right thing to do. Who's the better person? Yeah, this got weirdly deep. If you guys want to hear my religious philosophies, you can catch some of it on, like, I used to manage 3 different podcasts. I think you can still go to thenew66.com, and that's like my brother's take on modern Christian religion. Let me make sure the phone's unplugged so I don't accidentally answer it while there's a thunderstorm, because apparently that's the sort of thing that can kill you in this game. But yeah, I don't know. Hey, were there other comments out here I was looking at? I just wonder who created Mars and other planets other than Earth, Moon, and Sun. Yeah, I don't know. Like, so is the entire universe happenstantial, and are we the luckiest people to have ever existed because we're the only known intelligent life on any planet ever, or is it intelligent design? I don't know. These are the kind of things I think about when I'm walking around the most poorly interior decorated house I've ever seen. Let's screw this car together. I don't know. I've got a bunch of food now, right? And I've got the fan belt. I think I'm just like wasting time at this point. My guy's kind of stressed out, but I think it's because he hasn't had a drink. And I didn't buy any cigarettes, which, again, by the way, was kind of the point of me doing this stream. Now I'm just going to do it because, I don't know, I'm fascinated. People are watching, which is weird. That's why I do YouTube. It just doesn't normally work out for me. This thing down here, this goes into that. Pretty sure of that. Yep, look at that. The bearings. We're going to go on after that. Yeah, let's put these on here, and then probably going to flip this bad boy over. Oh, look at that. They made that so much easier. These bearings used to be like, yeah, is that what they're called? Yeah, these bearings used to be like the bane of my existence. They were just like the biggest pain. I think there's some kind of like basically like a glitch that kept you from getting them on there correctly. Let's see if by some magical happenstance I happen to have the right spanner. Of course I don't. Alright, let me grab that then. I'm going to not carry this outside while it's storming, maybe. Put that back in my pocket. I don't know what happens if you get struck by lightning, but I'm going to assume you die. And I don't know if that's for sure a thing that happens in this game either, but this is definitely the type of game where that would happen. Maybe a size 9? Yeah, look at that. I'm a lucky guesser, too. Just think of the universe and how big it is. How can we be the only people in the universe? I'll agree with that. And you know what? I'm not even necessarily sure we haven't been visited by aliens, because there's like different compelling, interesting things out there. And I just took any credibility that I had, by the way, and threw it right out the window. I'm sure all of you think I'm like some kind of like bumbling buffoon now. No, really though. If you guys want something interesting to look at that's not my channel, don't do it now because I need all of your viewership. But later, check out something called the Phoenix Lights. The Phoenix Lights was the biggest UFO mass sighting in the United States. Happened back in 1997 in Phoenix, Arizona, right? And thousands of people saw this like bizarre, slow-moving, silent, miles-long, half-mile wide, half-mile long, miles-wide floating aircraft that like blocked out the stars, right? And it was flying so low and so slowly, there's no way it could have been anything besides something. I mean, certainly a UFO, what you'd classify as a UFO, by definition of it being an unknown flying object. This game's hard to like think and do stuff and talk at the same time. So I'm gonna go for the whatever the opposite of a speed run is. That's what I'm going for now. All right, I need to put the pistons in because that's an important part of the car. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. You're about 10 times more intelligent than most people on YouTube. It's actually really refreshing. I'm glad to hear you say that. Yeah, I don't know. Here's the problem with intelligence, though, is like it shouldn't be weaponized, and I think a lot of people try and do that. If anything, I hope you come to my channel and you learn something, and you can walk away with that for free, by the way. Like, I'm not, like, I don't know. I'm here to make the world a better place, and if that involves me sharing something I know, then that's great, because I think intelligence and knowledge are both very important, and knowledge... I love that. Not Ty Lopez. But here's the difference, I think, is intelligence is your ability to learn things, and knowledge is just what you know. And people with a lot of knowledge also sometimes think they're intelligent, and that really bothers me. But then don't ever use that as a way of being like, I'm better than you because I'm smarter. You might know more things. You might technically be more intelligent. And my argument for intelligence, by the way, is how quickly you learn things and how well you retain them. It has nothing to do with what caliber of things you can learn. I think anyone who like applies themselves to learn something can learn it eventually. But really, just like, if you want to be intelligent, ask questions, and don't stop until you get answers. Yeah, isn't intelligence fun though? Like, sometimes it's just nice to talk to someone who knows a few things, and then I'll regurgitate all that information. You can take it home with you. It's awesome. Did you guys want to talk more like quantum theory stuff and whatever? I'm guessing you did, Josie, because you're a big fan of BioShock Infinite, right? So like that game is really fun because it operates on the many worlds theory, I think is what it's called, in like quantum theory, quantum mechanics, all that sort of thing. Like the idea that when you wake up in the morning, if you have the thought about, am I going to wear the khaki pants today or am I going to wear jeans? If you have that thought at all, you just created two distinct universes where you do both of those things. Whether you put on the jeans, the khakis, determines which universe you live in, but for sure you created two universes. And there's another one, you can bet your sweet, I don't know, salamander that you did the other thing. So like you're wearing jeans or khakis. I don't remember which one I said. I'm trying to do like too many things at once. Yeah, so like, I don't know, according to, here's my problem with the creation versus evolution debate, is that one does not really inherently disclude the other. So like the existence of evolution would not be the proof of non-existence for God, right? Like, I don't know. Let's use an analogy like video games. Everyone here seems to like video games because you're here watching me play one. So sometimes when you're creating a video game, you'll build like a lighting tool or like an entire tool set. Like you'll build a game development kit, right? So like things like this already exist. Unreal Engine 4, Unity, whatever. But the reason you make something like this is because it's such an enduring like task. It's like such a big problem that so yeah, you build a tool that you basically can use to build parts of a universe, right? So like, why wouldn't God in a way come up with like, I don't know, some kind of device that would allow life to in a way kind of like create itself? So if we all started from blue-green algae and evolved separately into different things, it could still be part of an intelligent design. Whether or not specifically what he was going for were humans, like bipedal humans, could be left for debate. But I think, like, really the part of me that has a belief in like God thinks that he probably operates on all timelines, so that he probably knew ahead of time that humans were going to be the end result. And so you can go back and look at things in Genesis and be like, oh, and he looked at what he'd accomplished and he was pleased, right? Oh, yeah, you're right. That's my bad. Yep, I did that last time. Thank you for tuning in. You guys got to watch me unscrew this all now, because that's the last time I did this, that's how I messed up my engine. It's important because if I don't put that in, I can't adjust the timing. Also, the engine in general won't work, so... Alright. I'm glad games like this exist because I'm not really mechanically savvy at all, but now I feel like I can look at a car and be like, hey, I can add something to this conversation. Like, I know what parts you're talking about are. I know what an engine block is now. So that's fun for me. Differential calculus in the morning. That's not just one of those things like you can wake up, like, I don't know, eat your Pop-Tart and do differential calculus. So you're probably right. I would applaud you trying to get some sleep at this point. But it seems like you may have become a fan of mine. And I would expect maybe I'll see you again in the future. And I plan on doing this kind of thing a lot. So you don't really need to worry about, like, when is he going to stream again? Because I don't know. I don't have that many things going on right now in my life. That's, for those of you that were paying really close attention, that's a self-admission that I'm kind of a loser right now. But it's just out of circumstance. You know, I'll get it together. Thank you, by the way, Turkey Man. I hope you've I hope you've solved some of your sexual frustrations that you entered into this stream with. But you've alleviated some of my frustrations of putting this car together by reminding me to put the rocker in. Because man, that becomes a big problem quickly. Also, I feel like I had the right... No, I need to go down one, I think. Yeah, that sounds familiar. Awesome. Yeah, you know what though? YouTube actually changed it now, and I don't know. They made a big change to a lot of their website stuff now. If you really want to make sure, you might have to go back and click on that bell, because I thought I was subbed to a few different channels and was like, oh look, the bell's highlighted and it's like all filled in, so I'm gonna get notifications for everything. Actually, you have to click on it now, and then it adds like little, I don't know, curly, like it's supposed to be making that silly sound thing, right? Like it's supposed to visually indicate it's making sound, and that would be the only way to know that you're for sure getting all of my stuff. But if it's helpful at all, I sub things when I'm, or sorry, I stream things when I'm bored, and I get bored a lot. So, and the more fans I get, the more interaction, the more I'm interested in doing this sort of thing, because I like discussions like these. I don't know if I can put the oil pan on yet or not. I really don't want to, so I'm gonna ignore that for the time being. What else? It might be the part now where I can start putting like the carburetor on. I might be able to put, no, I need to put the header on maybe. Let's do that. Cool. I've never used the paint. I don't think I've ever really gotten it to work. And which side does this go on? Looks like it goes on this other side. Yeah, I don't know. YouTube's a fun thing. I would like to do more with this channel long term. Like, I'd love to see what the parallels are between playing this game and putting together an actual engine. Like, that'd be a fun video to do, I think. But that would require some serious finance. And maybe I'll get there some point. Maybe I won't. But I don't know. That's the death of this idea, or that idea, until I can figure that out at least. Life is really hard because you... Awesome. We'll talk more quantum theory, Josie, if you're still in here. If you're not, sorry. Maybe you caught this on the other end. Hope you can get some sleep so you can deal with your calculus tomorrow morning. But yeah, quantum theory is super fun. I like the idea of talking that. I'll talk that any day of the week. I've obviously got the wrong spanner here. I don't know why I just keep looking at it like it's going to suddenly be the right spanner. Is that maybe a size 8? Sure. Wait. Yeah. Okay, cool. Man, how frustrating is this game? Because there's nothing really to like. There's no manual to look at or whatever. The only way to know any of this stuff is basically to memorize it or just keep guessing. And there are things, obviously, like I could pull up the Wikipedia page or whatever. I'm trying to just, I don't know, whatever. LA Noire? Yeah, I've thought about playing that. I've got that one too. Like, if you basically name a game, I probably have it. I think I have 400, I think I said 414 Steam games on Steam, and like that's, as much as that seems like a lot, most of my friends have more. Not that it's a competition, mind you, but I'm quite certain I have LA Noire. I thought about installing it and streaming that. That's just such an interesting game. The only thing about it though, I know it's got some like weird gory things and like nudity or whatever, sort of nudity. So I don't know if I'd have to like make it a mature stream or whatever, or just we'd all have to act like adults, and I don't really want to have to put anyone in that sort of situation. I try not to act like an adult at any given time. Alright, I probably can't put that on until I put the carburetor on. That's probably the real problem here. I also don't necessarily remember, does all this stuff go on the same side? I think the headers go on one side and like the carb goes on the other. I don't know if I have to like rotate it or whatever, or I'm just wrong. Oh yeah, I'm just wrong. Look at that. It all goes on like the same side. I guess that makes sense because like this side just basically slides in, I think. Okay, I'm probably gonna have to hoist this thing pretty soon too, or at least it would be a good idea. Also, my dad said I had to put this together. He didn't say I have to put it together well. I think he can probably see the effort. You're following me on Twitter. You're crazy. but I appreciate it. I hope I didn't peak there too. My in my sound, like I don't think my channel's peaked yet. Awesome, man. I appreciate it. I would say the best way to get in contact with me is either, well, I don't know, Twitter is not necessarily the best way to go because I would have to like follow you back and whatever. But like as of right now, my only button on Facebook, so if you want to follow me there too, I'm not saying you have to certainly, is that you can send messages to me, and that's a pretty good way of directly communicating with me. Just leave me a nice message to wake up to, because I usually wake up at like between noon and 2 p.m. Very weird life right now. I'm just trying to enjoy it. I don't think I'll be able to sleep in until noon every day forever. Man, wouldn't that be the life though? Alright. Here's where I'm going to flip the question back to you, Turkey Man, because I think you were the one who asked me. What made you think I might be an atheist? And any answer is perfectly acceptable here. Is it because I'm not wearing like a cross necklace? I'm not really like wearing a pentagon necklace either though, so I don't know. I feel like my look is very neutral. Alright, look at that. I have this on the hoist now. Feel like a real winner. Alright, that can go on there. Feel like that's got at least one screw somewhere. And a couple right here. Let's guess size 8. Right? Maybe? Like I said, it's size 7. Don't be a fool. Everyone knows these are size 6? Yeah, like I said, size 6. Pretty much guessed it the first time. Just ask everyone to make it awkward. Cool. I don't know, I feel like I handled it pretty well, right? Were you gonna, if I said yes, were you going to evangelize to me? We're gonna be like, can I tell you the good news of Jesus Christ? We're gonna be like one of those, what can I think of? Jehovah's Witnesses. There we go. I think one of these is a size 7, the other one's like a size 10. I think I remember that somewhat distinctly, but I think I'm holding a size 6. So that's not either of those. Just so you know, in case you weren't familiar with how numbers work. Alright, that's the thing that I already screwed in there. This is the thing I need to screw in now, but I think I've got... No, there we go. So that one's the size 10, the other one's size 7, I think. I like to say lots of words with S's because those are a nightmare in dealing with like live audio equipment stuff. Just sound like a real silly snake. All these S sounds coming out all the time. Don't worry about spelling. I don't know. Spelling's the great dividing line between people. Like that's how you know. Honestly, you should try and spell a few things you know how to spell right wrong, because it's a great way to let people know, or for you to find out who uses intelligence as a weapon. Like, you have to be a real a-hole to be like, you spelled this wrong. Also, there's a comma here. I try to use correct spelling and punctuation. Great. But I also don't think it's the end of the world if someone doesn't. Because I think people have more intrinsic value than, like, whether or not they can spell. Because I'll be honest, like, some people can actually put cars together like I'm doing right here. And I know I can't do that. So that just makes them people differently intelligent than I am, right? I'm not saying, by the way, that people who can't spell probably are good with cars or trying to make any weird correlation there. I'm just saying people have different skill sets. But it's a beautiful thing, really. It's like, whereas I know how to put together my own computer and that sort of thing and like change out hardware components on a PC and whatever. I don't know the first thing about software or cars. I know something about cars, mostly from this game, and again, Car Mechanic Simulator 18. Yeah, link me in Discord. I'll take a look at the funny LNA War video. I may as well. Oh, my stream's looking weird. Now it's looking normal again. I don't know. Maybe this is just my screen. I don't know. Did I mention I'm new at YouTube, by the way? I'm very close to getting 100 subs. I'm excited about that because I do want a custom URL. I feel like if I had a custom URL, I'd be a legitimate YouTuber, right? So I could tell people, yeah, if you want to check out my channel, it's youtube.com/mildkratz, unless someone's already squatting on that, which would be really depressing and really weird. But instead of being like, yeah, if you want to check out my channel, you can go to youtube.com/little u, big R, big Q, tiny t, big Y. And that's, I don't think I was even close to knowing what my actual URL is right now. Just saying it'd be super neat if it wasn't that. What was I doing? Building an engine? That sounds right. I get a little distracted. Yeah, I might be a smart kid, but sometimes my attention is a bit lacking. Whoops, that fell. Okay, good. So it said that either fell into the ground or down. Like, if you've played this game at all, and I'm guessing you have, Turkey Man. CYKA? Oh, nice. I'm guessing you have because you reminded me to put the rocker in. If you've ever lost a part in this game by having it fall through the base texture here and just being gone, I think there's probably a way to get it back, first of all. But secondly, you certainly know what the true agony of this game can be and how unfair this game quickly becomes. Where did I put my tools? Am I drunk? Trick question. I don't drink, but like, do I need to go to bed? Is that like IRLs? Like, I see my guys fatigue, but do I myself maybe need to turn up my tuck-in time? Nah. I feel like I'm very close to unlocking the secrets of the universe, so I'm probably just gonna like roll this stream into 24 hours. Yes, yeah, I figured you played this game. So have you ever dealt with like the drunk guy? That's the thing that everyone tells me I need to do is like, oh, go find the briefcase and like go get murdered to death by the alcoholic dude. It's like I've not bothered to do that, and I think everyone's waiting for me to do that, so there's a decent chance I'll never do that. Not just because I'm contrarian, it's just like, I don't know. I hate to think that at any given point I'm just pandering to fans, like I'm just doing what people want me to do. But at a certain point, too, I'm also accountable to my fans. So I think if it happens to work out that my fans and I want the same things, then I might as well just do it. Probably, I'll check it when I get off here. Are you a mod maker now? Dude, do your plugs, man. Like, you have to be... I love mods. Like, I was playing Insurgency a few hours ago, which I don't know if you know. If you're a mod maker, you probably know what Insurgency is, maybe. Man, plug your stuff here in the comments. What games do you mod? Like, you mod this game? Also, that's a great way to get, like, a budding interest, at least, in like computer programming and development. I feel like a lot of modders in the gaming community have gone on to do really cool and awesome things. So yeah, I wish I could get into modding, but like, I don't know, it's just, I'm gonna pretend I don't have the time for it right now, when the truth is I probably do. I just kind of want to do the YouTube thing for a while. Since I'm like 30 and halfway to my grave, it's like the time to do it. These seem like smaller. Yeah, I was about to say, these seem like smaller bolts. Oh, not really. Shucks, you got me excited. That's okay. Are you a mod enjoyer? Like, if I see a game has mods, it's immediately more interesting to me. I've been tossing around the idea in my own head of playing XCOM 2. I don't know if people stream that much or if it's popular or not. I know a big expansion just came out for it, and I'm not going to buy it because I'm pretty broke right now. So I don't know how much attention I could draw to my own playthrough of XCOM 2 without having the expansion. But I love that game for its mods and for its player community. I think that was the point I was trying to make back before I started working on the flywheel. Yeah, get into, like, okay, start with just like texture replacements, right? Like, I don't know. Like, hey, this flag used to be this, and this mod makes it this. Like, that's probably the pickle in a cup equivalent of making a mod, like the modder's cookbook. That's a weird reference to make. I think that's a reference to I can't even think of it now. It's a Cartoon Network show. It was like slightly before regular time, regular show and Adventure Time. It's about like the fat purple kid with the weird nipples who was like a cooking apprentice. And I mean, there's as many as 3 or 4 people out there. I don't know if someone will probably know what I'm talking about or not. I can't believe I don't know. I think the cook owner guy's name was Gazpacho. Was the guy who only ever said rada rada rada. I forget what his name is, but it was like another type of like pastry or something. Yeah, I don't know. Someone will probably put it in the comments if anyone watches this in the future. And if you do, and you make it the hour and 42 minutes section, good for you. Actually, like an hour and 43 minutes now. It's surprising. It is nearly 5 o'clock in the morning by that measure. Look at that. Alright, this thing looks like it goes around here somewhere. Probably right there, if memory serves. Unless, no, I think something else goes there first. No, because the timing all goes on this. Did I mess up? I'm missing something. It's just time to go drink beer and get philosophic, I think. Wax some more philosophic. I wish there was like a, I guess there's a chair. I wish there's like an actual sitting animation. Maybe they've updated that. Let's take a look. Hey, welcome anyone else now watching my stream. I hope it's a more reasonable hour where you're watching than it is here. There's no reason I should be playing this game right now, but there's also nothing I really need to do tomorrow, so I'm just going to keep ingesting caffeine and rambling to people on the internet. I should close my fridge, though. Apparently I'm slightly too drunk to close the fridge. There we go. So, I feel like a few things should probably help your stress. A shower should help, probably. Exercise, like if I just ran around for a while, that should help stress. I feel like, honestly, drinking should help stress, even though it's not a healthy way of dealing with your stress. I feel like it should probably, tick that box. Man, Aaron, I'll get to Discord, dude. Is this video appropriate to show on stream also? That's another consideration. It's like, if I'm going to watch something right now, it's going to be on my main display, which is this, so it's immediately going to be part of the stream. And I also don't remember what you sent me, because I forget specifically what we were talking about. My plan was to watch it literally as soon as the stream was over, but I don't know when that's going to be. Because more people just keep showing up, and I don't know why. It's all good. You're welcome to be here. Sometimes in this game, though, you get like non-native English speakers, and like the only other language I know partially is German. So if you're one of those people that is from a country that neighbors Germany, maybe we can like work something out. But I also don't know that much German, so I don't know what this is. It just looks like a big pile of like hay or sawdust or something. So I'm just gonna pee on it because when I don't understand things, I just kind of pee on them. What's our Discord? Hallo. Hallo is hello in German. Wie geht's? Was ist, I was gonna say what's up, but I don't remember how to say it necessarily. I think wie geht's is basically what's up, how's it going? It's that idea, at least, that sentiment. I'm just gonna shoot baskets for a little while because I've been like working on this car too much. I'm hoping this helps alleviate stress. Looks like it does. Cool. Oh no, this is embarrassing. See, I'm from the Midwest. I should be making every single one of these. I'm white and I'm from Indiana, so I should basically be Larry Bird. Oh, come on. Did that break my window? Oh man, no, that would have been hilarious though. Yes, I will get to Discord. And honestly, it might even happen on stream if the video is appropriate. I just don't remember what we were talking about at the time you were going to share a video with me. I will look at it for certain. We can even talk about it probably tomorrow. I can't make any guarantees that I'm going to do anything besides watch this video and then go to bed. I am terrible, dude. Wow. Wow. It's easy, I make it look difficult. I am also drunk. It's probably not really helping anything. Alright. This is a sweet rebound, though. Did you guys see that? Oh, come on. Really? I hope someone is, like, seriously, non-ironically watching this tomorrow being like, this is the best thing on the internet, right? Like, this guy taking shots on a hoop for 20 minutes, not making a single one of them is my favorite part of today. I love it. Alright. Come on. This is making my... No. It's making my stress go up, isn't it? Or it's just not making it go down. Can I dunk? Can I dunk even? Do I even lift? What is... that meme is dead, right? Like, do you even lift, bro? Like, that's a dead meme for sure, right? Sometimes I'll use a dead meme just to prove that I'm 30. Some of you kids think I'm like younger than I look, or younger than I am. Look younger than I am. Those were English words. Finally in the correct order. Alright. Yes, I made a basket, and it only took ich mache nur Spaß. So I make no... I don't know what Spaß is necessarily. Ich verstehe das nicht. Entschuldigung. Ich spreche Deutsch, aber ich spreche kleine Deutsch. So ein Mist. Oh, the video is appropriate. LA Noir video. Okay, that'll be a good way to break up the stream now that we're reaching into nearly 2 hours. So let's take a look in my DMs here, and we're gonna watch. Oh, I've seen this. I know exactly what this is, and it is appropriate, but it's also really funny. We'll take a look real quick.
What exactly did you see them take?
So you're gonna look for some subtle facial cues here.
That's all that was took.
Oh, it was meant to be by. Okay, gotcha. He looks like he just ate 7 lemons, and his eyes ate 5 lemons. That was all that was took. I don't remember why that guy's lying to you, because like he's not really protecting anyone. As best my memory serves in the game. I didn't really pay attention to the stream. I assume that video worked and everything. Hopefully you guys get to see that. And yeah, let me know if there's an interest in me playing that game, because I do like it. Honestly, my favorite part of the game might be when you start playing, like, I think it's just basically an investigator for, like, the insurance company or something, right? It's like the fire insurance dude. How do I work off stress? Like, okay, exercise seems to be helping. I'll just run around like an idiot for a while, I guess. You go into the forest, see if we can find any Easter eggs for this game that no one else has found yet. Maybe swimming. Maybe swimming will help relieve my stress. I'm very surprised alcohol isn't helping my stress. I would think that would be stress relief number one. Do I still have, okay, I'm not that tired. I can go take a nap on the island. I've got a few road beers still in the boat, I think. Maybe not. Did I take those back to the house? Oh, I took them back to the house, didn't I? No, why did I do that? Those are my boat beers, man. Gotta have boat beers in this game. If you want to survive in Finland in 1995, you have to have at least a 24-pack of beer in your boat. Just so you know. That's at least the one part of this game that might be accurate. Look at you guys giving me 5 likes in this video. You're very sweet. Alright. Also, I'm gonna go take my basketball and take it inside because I don't trust my neighbors in this game. Even though I've not met them. That's just a very American paranoia type thing. They was working on the tires. That was all they took. That's all that was took. Yeah. I can't remember. Like he took something out of the car, right? That's like why he's being weird. Maybe you don't know. I mean, it's just a funny video. I've seen it a few times. Does sleeping help my stress? I just take a long nap and feel better. I'm gonna wake up hungry and still stressed out, man. Can you die of stress in this game? I think we're gonna find out soon. I'll probably die of stress before I get back to like buying cigarettes. Oh, there's a bunch of people in this stream now, which is like weird. I mean, nobody's really saying anything, which is fine. I can obviously ramble, just talk to myself. It's a benefit of being the youngest by 5 years. It's like you learn to make best friends with yourself. But I feel like some of the fun of this streaming stuff is like the interaction and engagement, kind of whatever. Like, you guys might have questions. I may have answers about this game, or just like philosophically, life in general. I like to get discussions going. Some hot topics. They're making an LA Noire remaster. Wouldn't surprise me. The graphics the graphics at the time were amazing, right? Like all the facial captures stuff was awesome. But the game definitely has started to look pretty dated by this point. All right, well, I'm just gonna run and pee. Oh yeah, I need to grab those beers from out of the van here. I'm just gonna take the van. Apparently gonna pee all over the van too. I don't want to pee on the inside, so I'm gonna pee on the door real quick. Die Müde. I know how to pronounce German words a lot better, kind of, than I know what, or like remember what they mean. Du is you, like, I mean, or it's like, yeah, it is literally you. So I know that much. How fluent in German are you, Aaron? According to Duolingo, which means nothing. It's like the free version of Rosetta Stone, right? Like I'm as much as 20% fluent in German, but I know that that's not true. There's just literally no way that that's true at all. But yeah, are you fluent enough that when I say a nonsensical sentence such as Meine Mutter ist sehr bequem, aber sie ist nicht so schön. Do you know what that means? I could have said Deine Mutter, which would have been, you know, more offensive. Yeah, just like, it's such a lame joke to make, probably, right? Sorry, and also sie ist so schön. As far as Google Translate helps me, I gotcha. So I think what I was basically saying there is that my mother is not very comfortable, but she eats very well. It literally means nothing. But it is technically how you say that. there are, so like ist is, right, in German, but then also ist is eats. So like it's just dependent on the context. Like it's basically, it's homophonic, right? They sound the same. They are spelled very extremely slightly differently, but it's very easy to still confuse the two. Am I like Michael Vsauce now, or what? Should I start an educational channel? Maybe I should. Who goes there? It's just like, again, there's still more people hopping in and out of the stream constantly, which, cool, you know, great, but, you know, make yourself known, say hey to the world, right? I know what that means. Der Toten, is that the books? Or, I'm trying to remember. I used to know a lot more German than I do now, also. Yeah, okay, I didn't see the tschüss part, which I know tschüss means, like, see you later, basically. Or bye. So had I seen that part, I would have known that you were saying bye. How about this? Wo ist deine Geburtstag? Oh, awesome. My new buddy from the stream earlier says that he loves the stream, and I appreciate the social media engagement. I do it for the fans, because as of yet, no one will pay me to do this. I did see that, and I have your real name, and I'm going to give it to the whole world. By tomorrow morning, you'll be the most famous man in wherever you live. Kentucky. No, that was a terrible guess. Is that a ghost train or something? I'm just confused as to what I'm looking at. I think it might just be the actual real train. I don't know why I would see a light and then assume ghost train instead of just, you know, regular train. Oh, and welcome back, by the way, Turkey Man. I thought it was Turkey Man Jr., but now I've pieced it together. Those are your initials. Look at me. Maybe I should play Ellen, or I'm quite the detective. I'm an idiot. Alright. So let's take the boat over to this island, get a little hammered, maybe take a nap, wake up, buy more groceries, right? Buy some cigarettes, because that's Nacht der Untoten. Night of the Living Dead. I believe that's what that is. And I know that for a few different reasons. Mostly Call of Duty World at War. I think it had, like, one of the Nazi zombie missions was called Nacht der Untoten. Which, yeah, so that would be pretty specifically Night of the Not Living, or like the Undead. I didn't like World at War Abroad. Actually, you know what? The co-op campaign and stuff was not bad. I didn't like the multiplayer. This is the best stream in... Oh, really? I think this is the best stream in all of YouTube? I don't know about that, but I appreciate it. I do like having fans, man. Gives me something to talk about. Validates my coolness. I could tell all my friends tomorrow, I'm like, dude, I'm up to over 90 subs. And they'll be like, dude, you're still a loser. And I'll be like, hey, shut up. They think I'm cool. Don't ruin this for me. Let's name 2 zombie maps. So, Cinema of the Dead. Gotcha. Keynote der Toten. I guess that makes sense. Yeah, so Toten must be the dead, and then Untoten obviously being undead. Which, I mean, realistically, what's the difference, you know? Isn't it like 6 in one, half dozen the other? Which is an expression that I hate, but I mean, it kind of does fit that context. Alright, let's drink some beer. We do a little boating. Some inebriated boating. I don't think the Coast Guard is in this game, so this is one of the best ways to get drunk and then also still get around. Like, not in like a sexually promiscuous way. Although alcohol does help with that as well. Google Translate, 10 out of 10. Yeah. So let's say that was a very like formal way of saying you have the best stream in all of YouTube. The fact that the German word for YouTube is YouTube is pretty helpful there. Like, it's like a proper noun, so I'm not gonna have a separate word for it. It's like I'm sure the German word for Google is Google. Oh, apparently I'm really I need. Oh, that is one of the things they changed in the update also. In case you were wondering, you can no longer pee while driving. I think they evaluated whether it was more realistic to let you pee and drive or not. And, yeah. I think they've decided it's unrealistic to pee and drive at the same time. It's just too much to do, you know? Like, you only have two hands, really. Unless you're just going to pee your pants, which I'd love to see them have that option too. But if you're going to pee your pants, they should definitely take it the way of The Sims, where like it immediately makes your hygiene terrible. Like your dirtiness would just go through the roof. I don't know why, but dirtiness spelled that way looks wrong, but I know it's not. Just one of those words, I think. Yeah. Don't think that I'm some kind of super genius and that I do know a lot of German. Don't start spreading that rumor, by the way, Turkey Man. I don't know a lot of German either. I know enough to be a functioning alcoholic in Germany, probably. Which, again, is not very helpful because I don't drink. I know the stream is getting close to an end when my dog starts getting really tired. I think my dog only sleeps probably on average 3 hours a night. She's a miniature Australian Shepherd. And although she is miniature, she could definitely still like run 10 miles a day and still have at least enough energy to do all of her farm chores. Like they're work dogs. Y'all have any pets out there in the internet world? This is your opportunity to make a plug for your pets. Also, my dog's name is Shelby. I didn't name her though. I don't necessarily like giving dogs like basically human names for a few reasons. If not most specifically, it's awkward, right? Like I'm unexpectedly now thrust back into 5:05 a.m. Oh, okay, cool. You and I are in the same time zone, which means you are in the United States and at least as east as Indiana. I will have you doxxed by the end of the night. Get ready for a SWAT team tomorrow. No, not really. You have a cat? What's your cat's name, Aaron? But yeah, I was kind of saying though, like, I don't like naming dogs after people names, especially female people names. Like now that I'm again single, it becomes awkward if I'm on any of the, you know, dating apps, right? Your Tinders, your Bumbles, OkCupid, Hinge, Match.com, whatever, Christian Mingle. If you're on any of these apps, it's awkward when you're like, oh, this is the girl of my dreams, and she has the same name as my dog. Like, I could probably rename my dog, but like, she's been Shelby for the last 6 years, so why would I do that? I could ask her to change her name, but she'd probably have a similar argument. Yeah, I wasn't really hungry or thirsty. I guess I didn't really need to drink that beer. So I found out the last time if you punch this guy's car, you wake up in your house. So I'm guessing that means he just like totally beats you silly. We'll say Tootsie. I like that. That's fun. I have 2 dogs and 3 cats. Oh my. That's a lot to manage. We have 2 dogs at this house. Shelby's my dog. My brother has a dog, Daisy, And she is, I think, like basically a full pedigree with papers pit bull, which sounds terrifying, but like honestly, they're just, she's a dog like anyone else. Well, like any other dog. Absolute terror. Yeah, I can see that. How do the cats and the dogs get along? Swimmingly? Or are there problems? Is this open? Which side is this dude on? Is he on the... Okay, we're still operating as a bar, I guess. Hey! Hey you, I need cigarettes. It's weird that you don't sell cigarettes in your bar. But I need cigarettes. Please sell me cigarettes. Oh, well, fair enough. I think dogs can be more work. Like, cats are pretty self-sufficient, but they're also just not lovably oafish, right? Like, I think that's what I like about dogs, is just, I don't know. The thing that you love about them is that they're stupid. Like... but they're super loyal, and you just feel like they're honest, too. And cats... They seem... like, yeah, they love you, but they love you on their terms and on their timeline, and there are other times. Oh, I feel like am I in the Thunderdome right now? What's going on? Am I about to die? Oh, hello. I'm so glad those two ran into one another. That makes me happy. Wow, I feel like I avoided a near-death incident right there. The best YouTuber in all of YouTube almost just died there. That was crazy. Cat sleeps quite a bit, and there are other cats that I don't think she is friends with. Yeah, that's not necessarily uncommon for cats, I don't think. They're not known for, like, their abilities to make friends. I think that's the thing, though. Like, when a cat loves you, you feel like, you know, you've really earned it. And if a dog loves you, I mean, like, I don't know. Norm Macdonald apparently has a joke about how, like, there was probably a dog in history that loved Hitler, right? Probably a German Shepherd. Does he sell cigarettes in the pub? I haven't played this game since the, like, I don't know, since the Marlboro update. Oh yeah, they're right there, but now both sides of the store are closed. Or is that them right there? I don't know. I've honestly never really been in the pub when he was actually serving people, which is frustrating. Yeah. What else is new in the update? The stress thing, cigarettes. They let you shower now, which I'm a big fan of, because like the sauna thing is just too much. Like, I get it. Like, everything in this game is supposed to be filtered through 7 layers of irony, and it's supposed to be like just a big troll kind of thing. But like, for me, I do want a game to still be enjoyable on some level. So whether realistic or not, I like the opportunity to now take a shower, which cuts your hygiene time in like a quarter. Is there any way you could like could you open up the store over here? I hate to always like be over here breaking your window, but I feel like you don't take me seriously if I don't. So is there any way you could... Oh boy, they're back. Is this part of the update too? Is like the second redneck guy? Cause I don't think I've ever seen the dude with like the checkered roof and the leopard interior. What if I just start messing with all of his patio furniture? Oh, I apparently can't. He's thought of everything. Well, shoot. I don't know what to do besides just wait. Do you guys have anything you're curious about me interpersonally, or the way the world works? I like to pretend I understand how the world works. Anyone watched any good documentaries recently? Please open. Please come to the side of the store so I can... Can I die of stress? Have you seen that? Like, is that part of the update too? Like, can I literally die from stress? I think people can die from stress, but like, I don't think it happens over not having cigarettes for a day and a half. Maybe I'm wrong, though. What do I know? The best thing you can do in terms of smoking is just not get started. That's what I've always heard. Let's read spam comments. That's what we'll do. We'll read spam comments from other videos. You guys can follow this girl on Instagram too if you'd like. Cheers, mild crats. Divine vid. Thumb up for you. Just one though. Don't get a big head. Would you give me a follow too on Instagram.com/sweetgirlsmoon1I65? See you, Anna. Probably not a real person, if I had to guess. Doesn't say that. Yeah, I read most of the changelog too. I didn't see that in there, but I think they don't put everything in the changelog either. I think they like to add some things for comedic effect. We'll say it adds to that what they're calling charm in this game. Have you ever rode the bus? I know the bus starts coming pretty soon, I think, and I don't really know where it goes. Can you like ride the bus somewhere near your house, or is it just for riding around town? So if it's just to ride around town, that seems kind of stupid. Which again, like stupid is kind of what they're aiming for sometimes, so I understand it. Oh, maybe the bus showing up is an indicator too that like the store is going to be open soon, or like it's technically this part of the day. Oh man, I lost I lost one of my viewers. I think it must have been Anna. She must have been a real person. She's probably starting to crush on me, dude. I probably messed it up really bad. Well, Anna, if you ever come back and if you are a real person, I am profoundly sorry. Especially if you're hot. Okay. No, it takes you in the outer ring of the world. Oh, okay, gotcha. So like the interstate. It's like the one part of this game that I really haven't been on that much because I would really only ever go on there if I had my car. Like I feel like the van's too slow, basically. There's basically no point of ever driving the van out of first gear. So, is this the most fun you've ever had watching someone stand outside a convenience store for several hours at a time? Can you, I don't think you can die of dirtiness either, right? Like, at worst, I should probably get sick. Hey, sell me cigarettes. How are you going to get me addicted if you won't sell me cigarettes? I'll be a lifelong customer. I'll come back every day. Give me all of the cigarettes. Oh, and I'm thirsty now. Alright, well. Got the remedy for that right here. And you know what? I'm going to sully your store with empty beer bottles. This is all your fault. You could have avoided this. This is on you, dude. No, you can't. Shucks. Alright, well. This game's not perfect. It's close. It's getting there. So I'm pretty sure this channel is destined for greatness, by the way. I say that because I was playing PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds once with someone you might know as Markiplier. Probably should have streamed it, but I sure didn't. I captured like a screenshot, I think, once of like a screen that basically said he killed me. But I'm next to famous at this point, so I'm gonna try and stay humble as I reach the 100 subscriber point. And it's gonna happen soon, by the way. I have a feeling. I'm gonna try and stay humble though. It's a weird feeling though that like knowing that if I were to hop on a plane randomly and fly to any country in the world, there's at least like a 1 in 5 chance that someone in that country would know who I am. So yeah, I'm basically as famous as my local news anchor. Yeah, that's right. That's part of the new update too. I can swim away my dirtiness. So how do you drown in this game? Is it from like, can you drown? Like if you swim with your fatigue all the way up, will you drown? It's always been an almost thing for me. It's never actually happened, though. And, follow-up question. Have you died everywhere there is to die in this game? If I come to Finland, huh? That's weird. I feel as though we've already decided that you're in the same time zone as I am. Oh, hello. I don't necessarily speak that language, but you're welcome to hang out in my stream if for some reason you like the symmetry of my face or the tenors of my voice. Just don't expect me to speak Arabic? I don't know what language that is. Alright, I'm going to go baptize myself real quick, see if this works. I do feel like a better person suddenly for no reason at all. I'll be honest. There we go. Now this thing's getting a little deep. Yeah. This is nearly as deep as that conversation we had a few hours ago at this point. Not quite. Close though. So, are they eventually going to have a patch where you can, like, buy marijuanas from your drug dealer and it's just way better for, like, reducing stress? Also, now you're going to think I'm a stoner and I'm not, but, like, I'm just saying, if you want to be realistic, in Finland in 1995, there's probably a guy who could hook you up. And, like, I mean, honestly, in terms of operating on a budget, probably would save money versus smoking cigarettes all day. So they need to make a 2017 version of this game, though. Like you're a technology dependent millennial, and I'm gonna group myself in with that because technically I think the media does too. So I'm a millennial. That's fine. And yeah, like, you can't survive without a different set of needs like your phone or your favorite YouTube channel, right? But then, like, you could also, in order to make it seem like your guy's still douchey, you could, like, get a vape pen or something and smoke weed out of it. And if that's what Yo Life is about, hey man, you do you. I just think it's kind of funny. I'll be laughing at you secretly. I definitely prefer vaping though, I think, to like just traditional smoke, at least in terms of being a bystander. Although some of that stuff still gets kind of annoying. There's someone who had like a cotton candy vape the other day. I was like, at first, like the first 6 hours, I was like, man, that smells nice. And then, like, since he never stopped vaping the entire day, I was like, that cotton candy scent is like super annoying now, actually. Kind of would prefer smoke. Alright. Is this store open yet? Can you be arrested for public urination? How is this store not open yet? Look at where the sun is in the sky, bro. Is he in here still? Dude, come on. I can't believe you'd say that in my stream, Turkey Man. I was lying about not being able to read Hindi? Arabic? I don't know what that is. You scared him away. Oh well, that's fine. The natural xenophobic American in me thinks that he was probably a terrorist anyway, so you might have done a good thing. You might have done your good deed for the day. I'm not really xenophobic. I look like Arabic. But knowing YouTube, though, is probably some kind of like spam comment where he's like, hey, come to my channel where you can learn Krav Maga in 3 hours or less. This is the most interesting, boring stream in the world. Finally. Okay, cool. I'm gonna smoke so many cigarettes and puff so many fat clouds in this dude's face. Give me all of these. I've never smoked a cigarette before in my life, but I'm starting today. Man, he's gonna give them to me in like a bag, right? Or no, wait, what? Do I just have them now? Oh no. Are they like in the grocery bag at my house now? I mean, where are my cigarettes, bro? Oh, this sucks. Do you know of any other ways to manage stress in this game besides smoking yourself silly? This is a nightmare. Alright, well, I'm going to end this stream the only way I know how then. Press I. Oh, okay. Is it like some kind of new inventory system? Oh, nice. How do I take sick fat drags off this and blow fat clouds in this dude's face? Okay, I gotcha. I feel like at some point I'm supposed to let go of I, but I just want to take the fattest drag off this thing. I'm the worst kind of person right now. Not really, I'm just blowing smoke. See, it's a fun expression you can say, and then also I was literally blowing smoke. I thought this game was going to make me be like a chain smoker. But honestly, it seems like I'm managing my stress pretty well. You'll be here next stream? Dude, me too. That's awesome. Cool. I think next stream is probably going to be as soon as potentially tomorrow. I don't know if it'll be this game or not. I'm trying to get some friends together. I'm trying to make some friends. And then also I'm trying to get them together to play Borderlands 2. I know that's kind of a dated game, but I think it's got like a fun, you know, story behind it and stuff. And my one friend has played the game, I think 800 hours at this point. Certainly by the time we're done playing it, he'll have played it more than 800 hours. So I'm guessing he has some like fun little factoids he probably knows about it and whatever. But I think I am probably going to end the stream here, which is really sad. Just got to 7 viewers right now, so let's take a look at some let's take a look at some data real quick here as well. I'm gonna pull up my own stream here for a second, which I don't often do. I don't like to do that. I don't like to fake being more popular than I really am. Oh, cool. I don't have any dislikes. I was expecting out of a 2.5-hour stream, somebody would have been like, yeah, your stream sucks. You're fat. Go die in a well. Because that normally happens. Like somebody. It's just the internet, though. Like, yeah, you can't take it personally. Discord tag number. So if you want to know the Discord that I'm in the most, I mean, I could just throw it up here, right? You know what, though? I'm going to do a cross-promotion plug, though, real quick. This is the Discord I'm in most commonly. To get into this Discord, you'll have to check out RiverPB or Yibby's gamer channel. Those are two other YouTube streamers that I don't know, sort of collaboratively working with. So RiverPB or Yibby's gaming channel, and they both have Discord stuff in there. And it's going to be really hard to figure out who I am once you're in that Discord, because my name in there is Mild Kratz, and I use like the same art in there as I do for like the channel art. And if Aaron was here, I think he's probably still there. Oh, okay. Aaron's an Arab. I didn't see that. It's cool, man. It takes all kinds. He could probably vouch for the fact that I'm in there, and you won't have any problems finding me. Alright, well anyway, I'm glad to have more super fans. I need people to like watch everything I put out, and if you can watch me play my summer car, you can probably watch me play anything. I will see you guys in a few hours at least. I know you're not an Arab. Arab, whatever. I know you're not of Arabic descent, Aaron. I feel like I'm beginning to know you at least a little bit better than that. Alright, so that's been my stream. It's coming just near 2.5 hours, which is not my intention at all, but I had a good time. I hope you did too. If you like my videos, you can certainly like, comment, subscribe, all those things. They help me stay motivated and that sort of crap. And yeah, so yes, bye-bye. Have a nice day/night. Same to you, Turkey Man. Same to you, Aaron. Same to the other people in the stream not brave enough to say hello. I hope you'll come back. I hope you'll join the chat in the future. But I've been Mild Kratz, and until next time.